you go get your
We're about ready to get going here at Bello. Nothing.
I can hear you through that.
Yeah, but she can't is the problem.
Here we go, White!
So this is what is going on.
Yeah, and face off being fought for Parker Merrill on that one. And that one is going to be picked up here by the Jumbos. And they will swing it wide and look to bring it across center here.
Let's go deep, dude! Let's go deep! What do you guys go deep?
Take this. I'm coming up.
Okay.
Apologize for the delay in commentary for this game. We had a little bit of technical difficulty, but you guys did not miss anything here so far at Bello Field. It's still 0-0 as the Cardinals are now attacking. And the ball at X right now with Brill. Not Gill. Bill being guarded hard by Edelman. Now with Hazard, the playing side. Ball all the way up top. The sophomore midfielder. Dodging Sam Stella. Dixon going down to the left, gets to the middle. Slow shot. And Dixon is able to find some space in the middle of the field. And that is the first one on the board.
Wesleyan goal scored by number 7, DJ Dixon.
1-0 Cardinals. 13 minutes and 22 seconds remaining.
It's a good tie up. Yep. This is the midfielder Lewis Timmons, the freshman. Almost loses it, but it stays here on the offensive end for the Jumbos, who are looking to get that first line on. Ball. Yep. Here's Boyden. Boyden had 10 points in the last game against Bates, in which the Jumbos won 32-13 and set a school record for goals. Yeah, Brado wanted to attack quick there. Tagliaferri just wasn't ready for the pass on the crease, and now Cardinals in transition. But turn it over.
Yeah, sloppy pass there for Wesleyan.
Yeah, Nick Rohde. He's a pretty good defensive midfielder. Definitely has some size. I think he's just should probably slow it down a little more if he's going to push transition like that.
Jumbo's going to look to clear here. Garzon with it. Will swing it wide to the right. And the Jumbos will clear successfully as Joey Walbaum will take it up. Back to
Walbaum's not afraid to shoot. He's got a bunch of goals in the season.
That one skips wide. Here, Brado will bring it in to the top there. Camden Kelleher.
Yeah, it looks
Now
like the
Alf.
Cardinals are starting out in kind of a zone-type rotation. They really are trying to pack it in against this Jumbo's defense and not let anyone lose one-on-one matchups.
Alf spins, swings it back. That one, Kelleher scoops.
They get
Nice
the zone to
pass
move a little bit.
To Brado behind the net. Bradle on the X. Being defended nicely, back up to Kelleher. Swung wall bomb to Alf on the left.
Jumbo's being patient, trying to find the weak spot of the zone, which might be with Rhodey in the middle.
Kelleher looks down low. Ground ball taken by Wesleyan.
That's a great ground ball there by Charlie Hoban of the Cardinals. Really tough play. And I think this game is really going to come down to aggressiveness on the ground balls. As you can already see, it's pretty physical and moving very fast. So whoever can control more possessions and really take advantage of those possessions is going to be in the driver's seat.
Absolutely. This is two very evenly matched teams who are going to have to earn everything today.
Definitely. The NESCAC's just been a beast of a conference this season. So many good teams. This is quite the matchup here, both ranked.
Tackle Ferry. Swings it to Kelleher. Kelleher to Alf. Swung wide, wall bomb. Down low, looking for Mac Bradle. Taken there.
Oh. Yep, they're going to call in and out there on the goalkeeper. Not usually a common mistake you see. However, it looked like Hanley just kind of scooped it outside and came back into the crease for protection, which you are not allowed to do.
Yeah. Kelleher again on the right.
Cardinals staying in this zone, which is interesting. I don't think I've seen a team zone up the Jumbos yet this year.
Boyden looking for a shot. Instead plays it. Alf will swing it wide to Kelleher.
Kelleher's,
back to Alf at the top.
Kelleher's very dangerous on that top left corner. Even in a zone, he's got enough quickness to get a quick shot off.
Great feed here to.
And he
nice
does!
Shot, he scores!
Great
finish from Camden Kelleher. And it is 1-1 here at Bello.
Yeah, that was just really great ball movement by the Jumbos. The only way to beat a zone is to get it moving. So the Jumbos get the ball moving around the horn a few times. Ball is quickly moved to Kelleher from Boyden with a great skip pass, and then Kelleher was able to face dodge the defender, take advantage of his aggressive approach. And you know, goals like that for Kelleher are customary at this point. He seems like he could do that in his sleep.
Face off, Merrill and Campbell again, and Merrill's going to win that one.
That's a tough win by Merrill. Yeah,
can't quite
going
scoop
against
up the ground
Talbot.
ball.
Talbot, the second string face-off man for the Cardinals, even though him and Campbell do switch off.
Jumbo's quickly ahead, Bradle with a shot, blocked.
That's a really, really tough save by Hanley. For him to stay strong there on the low to high from Bradle, not easy.
Yeah. Wesleyan dealing with the ride here from the Jumbos.
Yep. Jumbo's
Looked
ride
as
has
if he had
been
stepped out,
something
but-
of note this season. They've been great, caused a lot of turnovers on the ride.
Wesleyan bring it up, Spencer Robbins here. Swung wide here. That is Jancola.
Giancola is certainly a shifty player, as you see on that roll dodge, taking on Del Cristo.
Shot from distance and a block by Garzone.
Big scrum on the crease here. See, those are critical ground balls. If you're the Jumbos D, you just had a good 40 seconds of playing defense to give that up, and that really hurts. You're going to have to dig deep here.
Absolutely. Matt Gill behind the net in the X.
Yep. Del Cristo, the freshman, on him. He's been good.
And a great feed in front. Hazard with the finish.
Nope, they're going to call in the crease. Looked like Hazard's foot's just touched that crease line. But if you're the Jumbos, you got to be discouraged by how easy Gill was able to find Hazard on the crease there. That is not something you can have on a defense that's successful.
Mac Bradle looking to get around the GLE.
Yeah, there's a
Swung
flag
wide.
down, so the Wesleyan Cardinals will have an extra defender.
Boyden with the shot, scores! Great shot, little submarine action from Boyden, and it is 2-1 Jumbos.
Yep. Doesn't matter if there's a flag down and the Cardinals have an extra defender. This team only knows one speed, and that's go speed. Boyden saw a matchup that he liked and really just uses his leverage so well to get shooting angles. As you can see there, just tuck that baby in the corner, or sorry, in the side netting, which is something that he's been doing all season long. Boyden, like we said, had 10 points last game against Bates. He's on a tear all season, really. The Canadian could do it all.
And Merrill is going to scoop that one up. Whistle blows there. Not quite sure.
Yeah, it's going to be the Jumbos leaving the restraining box just right before Merrill picked it up. Unfortunate turnover there because that was a great face-off and ground ball.
Yeah, another unforced error. That's a big key for this game.
Yep. This is the second line midfielders for the Cardinals. We haven't seen them yet today. It's going to be Alex Moynihan.
Will Shaw, who
Will
takes
Shaw,
it,
yep.
looking to get a shot here, and does, just wide of Garzon's net.
As well, and they are joined by Sam Jean, the long-haired shooter out of Holston, or East Islip, Holston, Mass. Sorry.
Sam Jean here to Hazard on the X. Excuse me, that's Matt Gill. Back to Jean.
Yeah, if it's my guess, the Cardinals are going to attack these short stick midfield defenders of the Jumbos as Scholl does just that against Sturham.
Shot from Jean, saved by Garzon. Rebound is put in the net by Jake Sexton.
All right, well, that is 2 times now the Jumbos have given up a ground ball off a shot. Those are so dangerous, as we see there. Sexton in the right spot at the right time. He is really the offensive leader of this team. He's 31, now 32 goals, 24 assists on the season, and 4 goals and 3 assists against Trinity last game. He's really showing why he is the quarterback of this offense.
I don't know if you can even call that one a ground ball.
Heads
It looked
up
like
play.
Sexton just grabbed that out of the air.
Oh, yeah, no.
Parker Mill with a great face-off
Tough win there.
Boyden and cannot be
Eimer
controlled.
loves to shoot. Eimer generates such velocity on that shot. He really goes for the pendulum-like up-down motion with his 6-foot pole and has scored a bunch of goals in his career here at Tufts.
Here it is, Boyden.
Looks like the Wesleyan Cardinals are staying in that zone. As you see, Rhodey is kind of locking off the crease or just being aware of any cutters as they use their long sticks to get length on the outside.
Mac Bradle nicely to Boyden. Skip pass.
Here's Kelleher. We know what he can do from that spot.
Really dangerous on that right wing. Back below the jelly. Pass to the top, Swank with a shot wide.
Yeah, Tommy Swank, that is one of his favorite places to hang out. Right at that 15-yard line from GLE. If Bradle can find the skip feed up to him, it's usually a goal.
Swung wide, Camden Kelleher on his left. Swank with a shot.
Oh.
Just missed the top frame.
He really wants that one. He really wants it. Jumbos will have 30 seconds to get a shot off against this zone.
Alf. Below the GLE, up to Wallbaum. Swung wide, Kelleher. Pass deflected. Bradle's able to save it.
You hear this Jumbo's sideline letting the offense know they need to get a shot off sooner rather than later. I think it's going to be Bradle creating from up top. He
Bradle
does.
with a shot saved
That's
nicely.
That's not a shot that's ever going to go in. Bradle, as good of a player as he is not a 100-mile-per-hour shooter from that distance. Hanley's easily able to save that.
Yeah, that shot's a real result of that Wesleyan defense just forcing the Jumbos to the perimeter.
Yeah, there's certainly that zone is something new for the Jumbos, and they are pretty disciplined in that zone. It's going to be a matter of if the Jumbos can draw the Wesleyan defenders out of their spots and create some overloads.
Absolutely. Jankola running. Back down low. Lane. Spencer Robbins now.
Yep.
Skip pass. Shot goal for Giancola, and it is 3-2 Wesleyan.
Yeah, Spencer Robbins, he has really just been on a tear in these last couple games. He has 9 goals in the last 2 games. Jumbos probably knew that, slid early, and Giancola was there for the goal. Giancola, another one of these first-line midfielders who is really starting to come on at this time of the season. The Cardinals are gaining momentum. You know, they are 1-4 in a row. Couple good wins against Amherst and Middlebury before their last win against Trinity, and they have really taken the Jumbos by storm here in this first quarter.
Tough ground ball off the face-off, won by Wesleyan. They'll look to go quickly here. Bench wanted a trip. Instead, they got a clean shot and a great save by Garzon.
It's hard to explain just how good of a save that was.
Shot here from Sexton, and it is a bouncer into the back of the net.
I mean, the Cardinals are just making the Jumbos pay for not getting these balls out. You know, that goal comes off a face-off with a tough ground ball. We did say ground balls were going to be one of the main things driving this game. Who comes out with more energy and more will to get these loose balls? So far, it's been the Cardinals. That's why they have the 2-goal lead. It's not to say that the Jumbos haven't produced, good energy and good opportunities, but when you're giving rebound shots like that up, it is really hard to stay successful. This is a spot, though, where the Jumbos can really make up some ground. Parker Merrill has been playing very well recently since gaining the starting job.
But once again, Wesleyan comes up with it, though. Looks as if the hold's going to get called there.
They're going to get a hold there. Yeah, that was Tyler Campbell restricting the exit of Merrill, who had the clean win. So good time for the Jumbos to settle up, get possession, as we see Kevin Christmas, the 6'6", 230 midfielder out of Georgetown Prep in Maryland, gets onto the field. He can be an X factor for the Jumbos with his size going downhill in the dodge, as well as Cole Salton also checking in.
Here he is at the top. Swung wide now. That's Boyden. Down low, nice feed. And a great save on Bradle there.
That is an insane save. Boyden and Bradle have really developed some good chemistry as Bradle was able to sneak around the crease and get into that spot. Just a sweet save by Hanley, who's playing very well this season. They have a good year.
Sexton now in the X for the Cardinals. Ground ball being absolutely fought for.
Yeah.
And Jumbo's able to clear it quickly, and now Christmas will look to counter quickly. Extra pass king. Wide down low. Boyden looking for the shot, gets it, scores!
That is a great momentum goal for the Jumbos. We were just talking about ground balls and their importance, and Matt Lane gets a very tough ground ball in the offensive, or in our defensive end. He is able to move it up to Christmas, who had the advantage, and Boyden's just so patient. You really can't give him that much time in front of the net. He's too accurate. He will pick your goalie apart with that type of space. That is a great goal for the Jumbos to build some momentum.
And an immediate violation on Campbell. Jumbos will look to tie the game up here on this possession. Boyden for Camden Kelleher. Pass down low, shot, scores!
Joe Murtha, the senior captain on senior day. He is a tough player. He's an all-around player, really does it all from the defensive midfield spot. He stays on the field after that face-off. I had a feeling Joe Murtha would score on senior day, and he does. Great feed from Kelleher, and this game is knotted up at 4.
I don't know about you, Kyle. I get the feeling that this game's going to end with a 1-goal win one way or another.
Oh, yeah. I could see that coming. You know, these teams are both playing really hard, as you can see right now. It's been a tough
Merrill
game.
with a nice face-off win there. Jumbos look for a shot.
Almost get one. That's Sam Sturham, another defensive midfielder for the Jumbos. And, you know, really the defensive midfield position on this team is so important and so critical, just kind of how the Jumbos operate. Tufts has really placed a lot of emphasis on that spot and just allowing defensive midfielders to be free, go forwards, and create opportunities like Murtha did on that last goal.
Kelleher being marked by 2 here. Down to Bradle at the X. Back to Kelleher. Right side shot. Saved by Hanley.
Kelleher had enough time for 2 crow hops before that shot. Hanley just read it the whole way, though. But either way, Jumbo's showing that they can pick apart this zone pretty easily.
Yeah, Browstein with a good clear there for Wesleyan. Spencer Robbins now being hounded by the Tufts defense.
I believe that was actually Matt May, the midfielder for the Cardinals. As May takes it in now, gets it over to Sexton.
Robbins here. Going to slow it down, look to set up some more sustained offense here for Wesleyan.
Yeah, so far, the Cardinals have found success in attacking the Jumbo short stick defensive midfielders, getting to the middle of the field and then either shooting or finding an open man from the slide there. Will be interesting to see if they continue to do that here with Robbins.
Yeah, Robbins coming here.
Yeah, he's going to go to the middle of the field. They keep trying to get that. Good D by Timmons, though. Not letting that happen.
Swung back to Sexton. Dixon. Gio lead down low. That is taken by Gill. 15 on the shot clock for the Cardinals.
Yeah, he's got Wallbaum hung up. Gill might try to get a little acrobatic here.
Little spin move, can't get it on target, too tight of an angle.
Yeah, he landed in the crease anyways, so while there was a good run out there from Hazard, it's going to be Jumbo's ball. About 2 minutes left in this first quarter.
Garzone will look, swing it wide, and the Jumbos will attack. Camden Kelleher gonna bring it up, looking to go left. Swung wide. To the other side, that'll be Tommy Swank. To Bradle on the X. Bradle cutting back left. Slips. Back to his feet, swung there.
Yeah, Collins has been playing some pretty good on-ball defense on Bradle so far today.
Shot, and a nice save there from Hanley.
You know, the only times the Jumbos have lost this season, it's been the goalies who have really standed on their head. It looks like, unfortunately for the Jumbos, Hanley's having a good game so far. I believe he has 4 or 5 saves already. That's Bromstein. I'm impressed by Bromstein, the short stick defensive midfielder for the Cardinals. He's been tough on the clear, tough on D. Took a shot there that was maybe a little ambitious, but either way, creating momentum for his squad.
Yeah. Gill again, swinging it wide.
God, look at the flow on Sam Jean. Tell me that's not a lacrosse player.
It's a lacrosse player if I've ever seen
Yeah.
one. Will Schull being ridden well, but he drops. A little bit of a nice move there on Del Cristo. Shot there, and a great save by Garzone.
That's a great save by Garzone, but if you're the Jumbo's defense, you cannot allow.
Oh, and then absolutely a check and a half there from Wesleyan. Pass down low, Bradle shot off the frame. Now, sometimes it seems like Bradle is almost too accurate. That one just ringing off the post. Could have put the Jumbos ahead. But if you know you guys didn't see that, Jake Sexton actually wins the run out for the Cardinals on that shot from his own offensive end. It's really heads-up play there, as they will probably get the last possession of the first quarter. Yeah. They're hearing that from the bench to hold for that last.
Here's Jean. Gets it way too easy, and that's a goal. Sam Jean, not feeling deterred by being on the second midfield, takes it right to the heart of the defense, and no one clears him out. That's about as easy as a shot you can get from that sort of space. He very intelligently bounces it. But Riley, that just can't happen for the Jumbos.
Absolutely not.
Just looks way too easy.
Yeah, and you really hope Parker Merrill can win the faceoff. Jumbo's got to get an offensive chance here, get some of this momentum back.
Certainly. That's a tough faceoff scrum there. But it looks like the Cardinals just getting a little more effort, even though Michael Ayers is a madman.
Jumbo's going to get it, though, with 10 seconds left in the quarter.
Here's Boyden.
Shot from Boyden off the frame.
Down.
Shot here, down low. Bradle can't get it on target. Though it looks as if there's a whistle. It's going against Bradle for being in the crease, and that'll be the first quarter.
Wow. Well, what an end to that first quarter. Murtha picked it up with 11 seconds left. Moved it to Boyden, who went bar down. Unfortunately, couldn't get the bounce, and then Mac Bradle almost had another opportunity.
Yeah,
that was a fun first quarter.
First quarter here at Bello. All I can say is if the 3 left quarters are like this one, we are in for a treat today.
Yes, we are. We just don't have the inner feed between us.
Which doesn't matter.
Which one was it?
No, it doesn't.
Which one are you talking about? What happened? It's 60. Yeah, it's 60. It's 60 after a shot, and they get back possession.
You can hear us good, right?
Obviously, it has to hit the goal.
In my room.
I can only hear God. So, like, on the actual broadcast, I can hear both.
I was so happy that all those penalties got wiped.
That's fine.
Yeah, it's so easy, yeah.
So that was kind of hectic. We kind of both were just
Just less work.
You want to be maybe
time I
go a
was
little
like,
more formal,
paranoid I was
you
gonna
being
mess it up,
play-by-play.
Yeah.
Me doing color.
Yeah.
And like more conversational kind of.
Yeah, I agree.
Because there's a lot in this game to talk about.
This game is going flying by, though.
I know.
It's crazy fast.
Usually, if I started early, I just stop it for like a second.
I switched the roll of boxes, so
Yeah, you did, and you didn't tell me that became a problem.
well, it worked. That's how we got the sound back.
Listen, as long as we're able to.
Man, they really.
Alright, let's get back in this. I wish I could hear that.
Getting ready to start the second quarter here at Bello. Parker Merrill once again on the dot. He had a good first quarter, huh, Kyle?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, Parker Merrill, freshman for the Jumbos, what he's changed this season as it's gone on is his ability with the ball. We know how fast he is on the clamp on these faceoffs, but his ability with the ball and to make good decisions is on display today. This will be big, even though I will say the Wesleyan Cardinals faceoff unit as a whole has done a good job to muddy this up, even though Duke get a violation there. That'll be the second violation of the half. 3 violations on the faceoff per half is a penalty. So.
Yeah, and that's the second one on Campbell himself.
Yeah, Wesleyan, they like to do sort of the 2 face-off men lineup, which is interesting, but can keep players cold on the bench for a little too long.
Great save there from Boyden off that loose pass there from Mac Bradle.
Yeah, and the Cardinals stick to this zone as we get into the second quarter. I'm sure Coach Tinolfo and the Jumbos drew something up in the huddle to try and expose it. Oh,
great skip pass there from Kelleher.
Wow. Camden Kelleher makes a 15-yard bounce pass through the heart of the defense look like a 2-yard pass to your cousin. What a play there. Unfortunately, Bradle, though, just doesn't have the angle. I got to say, Colin Hanley's positional goalkeeping has been very impressive.
Absolutely. Hoban now. Now handoff. That'll be Hazard. And taken there, that is Spencer Robbins.
Yeah, Riley, correct me if I'm wrong, but it really seems like this Wesleyan attack can go through anyone in the starting offensive midfield and the starting attack line. They've really kind of diversified where they're dodging from and who they're dodging on.
Yeah, I think the only real consistent factor is Matt Gill on the X.
Yeah, Matt Gill, definitely, the creator of this offense, leads the team in assists.
Robbins gets back up.
He got harassed. Looks like Coach Raba calls a timeout there wisely.
Yeah, Jumbo's defense coming out really strong at the start of this quarter.
And in that last quarter, and what has been really the problem with this defense all season is that they let guys get to the middle of the field without making them pay, without adjusting their shot at least, and sliding to the body. Wesleyan was able to take advantage of that in the first quarter. We saw Robbins got through on one. I believe Gene also got through on one. That's the type of just hard-nosed defense and aggression that Jumbos really need.
Yeah, I mean, also Hazard got through on one that we got lucky in that he was in the crease, but he had about 3 yards of space.
It's going through that, sometimes defenses or offenses like to say the most safe place on the field is right in front of the net. And, if you hear an offense saying that against you, that is certainly a bad thing because that knows that, or they know that they won't face consequences for getting in too tight. So the Jumbos really just got to get aggressive and physical down there. I got to say, I did expect a pretty physical game, Riley, and sort of living up to the hype so far. No huge hits, but some good aggressive
well, there's
play.
that one that Ben Kaplan ran him out.
Yeah, that was a good one. And the ground ball battles have been pretty tough, whether it be on the face-offs or on this Wesleyan offensive end where you've seen a few of them.
Yeah, you wonder if the Jumbos can get a big hit or two on this Wesleyan transition, if it can be a momentum swing.
Yeah, it's all about taking your chances when they arise. There's no need to get over aggressive and over physical and get out of position because these are skilled dodgers, so you don't want to put yourself into too vulnerable of a spot. That's a great split from Gincola.
Great save though there from Garzone.
Great outlet pass as well. Jumbos might have transition, but even if they don't have the numbers, they still look to push in these types of situations. Here's Eimer. We know he loves to shoot.
Yeah, Eimer quick on the trigger. Down to Mac Bradle.
Wisely gets it to Mac Bradle. Jumbos need a good possession here.
Mac Bradle. Spin move, shot, scores!
Oh.
What a goal from Mac Bradle.
It's what we call the question mark dodge. Mac Bradle guns it up the field with his left hand, bellows out, makes almost a question mark-like move on that turnaround jump shot. Really creative, crafty shot from Mac Bradle. Shows why he was the preseason D3 Player of the Year. Because things like that, he just pulls out of his hat like it's nothing. Garrett Kurtz now in on the face-off. He's part of the second-line midfield for the Jumbos and needs to step up and be a scoring threat. Great face-off win.
Yeah, Jumbo's starting to really put in the dominate, putting some clamps down on the face-off dot here.
Yeah, and if you can get to the position, we call it make it, take it lacrosse, where you're scoring goals at an efficient rate and winning face-offs, almost monopolizing possession. If you can do that sort of thing through Merrill, I think the Jumbos, even looking long-term, will have a lot of hope. And
absolutely.
Here's Sultan.
Swung wide here. Jumbo's with the second unit in.
Yep, it's going to be...
Christmas couldn't quite grab that one. Wesleyan's going to look to counter quickly here.
I really don't like that offensive possession out of the Jumbos. You've got your second midfield line in. How about move the ball around and find a spot?
And another chance and a goal for Wesleyan.
Now, I hate to sound like a broken record, but it's right in the middle of the field. Granted, that was transition. And really, again, great play by Bronstein to push transition and find the open man in Gill. But, you know, if you're the Jumbos, where's that physicality going to come from? Because right now, Wesleyan's just way too safe on the defensive end.
Yeah, that's the third or fourth goal that's just been from 5 yards out with all day to shoot.
Yeah, you can't blame Garzone there. You know, he's facing a doorstep shooter, and for Jumbos to get confidence.
Parker Merrill just continues to absolutely dominate the faceoff circle.
Yeah, Merrill out of Bullis School in Bethesda, Maryland. Talented product. Merrill is quite the athletic faceoff guy, honestly. When he gets that ball, he can really separate from his...
Alf with a nice spin move. Tagliaferri now.
Yeah, watch Bradle on that low corner. They're going to look... I bet Kelleher looks for Bradle sneaking around the crease at some point.
Kelleher being kept to the outside right now. Swung. Shot from distance. Skipped low.
Little worm burner.
Yeah.
Jack Boyden, he can really shoot it from any angle. You know, he's Canadian, so, you know, that sort of style of lacrosse is just strong in the stick skills, one-handed type player, and being creative with your stick as he is.
Here is Boyden again at the top. Swings it wide. Tagliaferri with the shot. Great save there from Hanley.
Just not enough. Oh,
and then a
good hit on the ride. Even tougher play there from Noah Bronstein, which has to be Jacob Bronstein's brother. Both of them gritty on the D mids.
Yeah. Gill on the X.
Good defense by Lane. Now, if someone on this Jumbo's defense wants to step up, it can be Matt Lane. He was just promoted to captain last week, something that doesn't really happen mid-season for the Jumbos at all. So Lane really proving himself as a leader, needs to do so on the field today.
Yeah. Moynihan. Behind the net. That'll be Gill. Pops out of the stick of Moynihan. Jumbo's looking to counter.
That's Kyle Edelman. Talented defender from San Mateo, California. One of the better players on this Jumbo's team.
Jumbo's going to slow it down, look to transition. Kelleher open on the right. Found.
That's a lot of space for Kelleher.
Spin move. Bradle. Shot. Scores.
Oh, man. No prettier offense than that. Camden Kelleher dices up his man. Once he gets to that right side, honestly thought he was going to shoot it, but Bradle, they have got so much chemistry together. They've both been getting significant playing time since freshman year. It's senior day. If they were to perfect their craft, it would be now. And that was just beautiful.
Yeah, Mac Bradle was shooting that ball before it was even passed. He knew exactly what Camden Kelleher was doing.
Yeah, and I think with Bradle, a lot of his shooting is less about heat, more about accuracy. That was just really beautifully tucked into that bottom corner.
Parker Merrill with another face-off win.
He's been so strong today.
Boyden. Bradle.
Oh, man, a
quite
great
get that in.
save from Hanley.
Ground ball being fought for. And
push.
a push against Wesleyan.
Hanley absolutely robbed Mac Bradle on the doorstep. Bradle had all the time in the day to, fake him out or something. The Hanley stays strong. I've been really impressed by him so far today.
Absolutely. Second line in for the Jumbos.
Yeah, this is Kevin Christmas, Cole Salton, and number 5, Garrett Kurtz, the lefty.
Christmas swings it. Down low for Bradle.
Oh, I think they're going to say that was...
going to get bailed out.
No, ref's mistake. Ref's mistake. But Riley, as I was going to say, it's really critical that the Jumbos get some production from the second midfield. We know what Kelleher can do. Alf has been a steady presence all season on that first line. But when these second line guys come in to spell the starters, what are they going to do? How are they going to create offense? I think that's a big question that Coach Rinaldo needs to answer.
Yeah.
Good clear there.
Yeah. Jumbos, though, would like to see them a little more aggressive, not letting Hanley get all the way up to midfield on that clear. Well,
what the Jumbos do is it's called a drop ride. So what they're trying to do is create as much congestion and pressure towards the midline as possible. in order to create a turnover. So if you are a patient goalie, and good teams will game plan this, that they let the goalie hold on to the ball for a pretty long time and then find his open man.
Robbins looking to cut onto his right. Swung wide. Shot from distance. Sniped in by DJ Dixon.
Yeah, and this first midfield for the Wesleyan Cardinals is really all of them have stepped up. Dixon's got a goal. Giancola's got multiple goals. Robbins has a few assists now. You know, I think, you know, in terms of weaknesses of this Jumbo's defense, the short stick defensive midfielders have been getting a little bit exposed by these top-tier Dodgers from the Cardinals, and with good ball movement like we just saw there, Dixon was able to get a great look. So that'll be something that, you know, Coach Toomey, the defensive coordinator for the Jumbos, will need to hone in on.
That ground
Tough
ball
ground
is
ball by
taken.
Brownstein, and now they're going to have transition. Eimer got caught upfield.
Yeah. And a quick shot and a mistake there from Garzone as he gets beat off
Garzone
his
wants that one
shin.
back.
And Garzone is feeling the effects of that one.
Yeah, he's pissed. Frankly, from a defensive midfielder like that, Bronstein probably, you know, maybe averages a goal every 3 or 4 games. Garzone is a good goaltender, just really doesn't want to let that type of goal in. That's tough. That's a huge momentum goal for the Cardinals.
Yeah, and he was close to that. That came in off of his, like, thigh.
Yeah, it looked like
in
thigh.
off the near post.
Yeah, those are ones that, as a goalie, you hate to see. But that was a good face-off by the Cardinals, who are starting to...
Merrill fighting hard for it, but he's getting a call for the push.
Yeah, and we saw it on the last one. We just saw it there. The Cardinals know Parker Merrill is going to win the clamp, the initial clamp on the face-off.
A bit of a trip there. A slew foot.
I believe that was incidental. Kind of a weird play, and now Del Cristo's kind of shaken up. So that's a development for sure. But either way, those face-offs, like I was saying, Cardinals doing a great job at disrupting Merrill after he wins it.
Sexton looks like he was going to shoot it, and a underhanded shot there.
Giancola, that's called the, that's kind of like a backhand almost.
I wasn't sure what to call that. I haven't seen many shots like that before.
Yeah, very quick thinking by Giancola, very creative.
Dixon gets run over,
Finally
manages to
gets
keep
hit.
it,
Oh.
and the Jumbos are going to go a man down here.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate because I've been asking for them to get physical in the middle of the field all game, finally do so, but then they hit the guy on the ground, which is, you know, just a little too much over-aggression, I would say.
Yeah. Wesleyan content here to take advantage of this offensive possession.
Energy is uncharacteristically low for a NESCAC game like this. All right. This will be the first time we see the Wesleyan man up, I believe.
Yeah, it's going to be Del Cristo going to the box. You wonder if that's a little bit of frustration for the incident along the sideline a minute ago.
Yeah, frustration. Oh, no, they're going to call it a Murtha. Yeah, so Joe Murtha with the 30-second hold. Just kind of held the guy on the ground after he got hit. I believe that was, it was Dixon who got hit. Finally, you know, the Jumbos step up with the body and slide the body, but you just can't hit the guy on the ground. There's some penalties in lacrosse that are avoidable, that being one of them. Either way, huge man down. Jumbos really cannot afford to go down by 3 at this point in the game.
Giancoli, Sexton, Robbins, nice pass down low.
Yeah.
And Jumbos will take
Great
that.
defense there.
And the Jumbos content to just
Matt
hold
Lane.
it.
Look
Matt
at the
Lane
moves.
with a great dodge, but then a loose pass.
Bradle, you know, the Jumbos, they're smart there. Joey Walbaum streams down the field on the clear so Bradle can come up, maybe catch him off guard. That works for the Jumbos. And they'll probably kill the rest of this penalty off.
They do kill it off.
It is
and
killed.
now they can look to immediately counter as Kelleher comes on quickly.
Talk about, you know, building momentum on the defensive end. Getting a clutch man down stop like that should definitely inspire this Jumbos offense.
Alf.
Although the Wesleyan zone is really
Swings it to
causing them
Tagliaferri.
problems. Maybe not problems, because they have scored 6 already, but certainly slowing down the Jumbos.
Swing shots! Oh,
a mom goal,
Jumbos thought
as they
that was
call
in.
it.
That went into the side netting.
Yep. That was a quick release there from Boyden.
Yeah.
My goodness. Hanley really didn't stand a chance with that type of speed. Unfortunately, Jumbos can't take advantage. Here's Ayers trying to pick that ball up.
Hazard gets pushed, and It's going to go to Wesleyan.
Yeah, that's Michael Ayers, the long stick midfielder, number 51 on the Jumbos. He has really just, as in his freshman campaign, just proven to be so significant for this Jumbos defense, as he's on the ball right now. Him and Lewis Timmons, a fellow freshman in the defensive midfield.
Moynihan. Shot! Great save by Garzone.
That one's going to sting, but big for Garzone after letting in that last goal. He needs some confidence. There's Gill.
It looked to be a bit of a slash there. Wesleyan bench not happy.
Yeah, usually when you can hear them, they're called, but I guess not.
Moynihan looking for the shot. Great
Another
save,
good save by
Garzone off the
Garzone.
skip. Outlet pass just too far. Wesleyan going to look to transition the other way.
The Jumbos, always looking to push transition, but it's kind of live by the sword, die by the sword. Garzone loves those looping outlet passes, but that was just a little too far for Timmons. I feel like they got to value possession just a little bit more, as the defense will get another shot clock cycle of wear and tear. Just unfortunate outlet pass, and Garzone made 2 great saves in that possession too.
Yeah, absolutely. And the Jumbos really need to be able to prevent this Wesleyan second unit from getting anything more. What a feed, as Justin Hazard kept his feet out of the crease and threw that one into the back of the net.
That's beautiful ball movement from the Cardinals, as Coach Adolfo takes a much-needed timeout. Wesleyan's jacked up. That was a great, beautiful goal. The second midfield for the Cardinals, led by Sam Jean, have really been effective in creating offensive opportunities. The ball movement there found Hazard wide open.
Yeah.
And if you're Coach Adolfo, you got to look at your team and just tell them to calm down a little bit. The energy, I think, it's not missing, but Jumbo's just making a little too many mistakes, as you can hear Coach D'Onofrio very fired up.
I honestly think, even more than from D'Onofrio, it's senior night. You got to see the seniors step up and send a message to their team that we're better than this. We know what it takes to win tough NESCAC games like this. We just need to go out and do it.
Riley, that's a great call. It is senior day. The senior leaders of this team, Matt Lane, Mac Bradle, Camden Kelleher, Joe Murtha, Taggart Eimer, the graduate student. Listen, there is no shortage of upperclassmen leadership on this team. And on the field, there's no shortage of upperclassmen talent. What there needs to be is some initiative and some urgency. And we need to see this right now in response for the Jumbos. This is far and away the most important face-off of the game.
Yeah, and this is where you really value having Parker Merrill, someone who's very good on the dot.
He certainly can be like a momentum stopper almost. But in this second quarter, the Cardinals have done a good job at mucking up the face-off and making a 50-50 ground ball.
Yeah.
Led by Bronstein, the defensive midfielder, who's just done it all so far today. That's going to be early, and that's a flag.
That's a flag, because that's the third one of this half.
I believe Campbell committed all of them.
He did.
So, maybe not the way we thought Parker Merrill was going to make a difference on that face-off, but nevertheless, the Jumbos will get their first offensive, or their first man-up opportunity. Down 6-9 with about 5 minutes left in the second half.
Yeah, you were talking about momentum swings. Well, this is the chance right here.
100%. And as you can see on the field now, number 13, Max Eddinghausen, on that sort of lower lefty spot on the man-up. He's a freshman with a lot of promise.
Man-up specialist.
I believe he had over 5 goals in their last game against Bates. So he's someone who's hot and can shoot the ball. And look, he's hanging
wide.
out.
Here is Eddinghaus.
Oh.
A little bit of a loose pass, and the Jumbos can't quite get to it, but
that was great defense there by number 40, Jared Cohen of the Cardinals.
And that's going to kill off the man up.
Cohen took advantage of Eddinghausen just being a little bit lax with the ball. And, we thought that man up opportunity could really be a momentum changer coming out of the timeout. But the Cardinals will get the ball back.
Yeah, if anything, that just adds to the momentum for the Cardinals.
Yeah, certainly.
Robbins with a great deke with a shot, and he falls down, sends that one skyward.
Good recovery defense there from Sam Sturm. Sturm, got a little bit mixed, but was able to recover and get the trail check. As the ball is now here with
Giancola.
Giancola's been strong today, huh?
Very. Robbins, once again being forced out, swings it to Giancola on the X. Pass down low. Hazard missed an
Woo.
empty net.
Cardinals very crafty with these back cuts. A few times we've seen Hazard get open in the middle of the defense. Robbins on Murtha.
Robbins, another great spin move down low. Giancolo gets doubled to Robbins, and that's going to be a penalty on the jump.
That's a soft call. Edelman got him high, but not hard.
And not going to matter because Hazard puts another one in the back of the net.
Oh,
and
man.
all of a sudden, this game is starting to get away from the Jumbos a little bit.
Yeah, a goal like that. We were just talking about how Hazard's been getting wide open on the crease. Granted, that is a very, very good assist from Gill to make that sort of touch pass in space. Nevertheless, I'm trying to figure out why Hazard especially is getting open.
And also, the Jumbos are now going to go man down, as that was a 1-minute cross-check major. Jumbos really need to kill off this man down to get some momentum back.
Definitely do. Wow.
Merrill fighting hard for the face-off, but it is won by Wesleyan.
That's a great face-off by Kevin Talbot, the backup face-off guy for Wesleyan. Huge face there. Jumbo's now man down. We're going to timeout from Coach Raba.
Okay, what do you think about that? I think that's an interesting time to call a timeout.
Well, you are setting up your man up, and you have the opportunity to go up by 5. So I'm sure Coach Raba has seen something in film this week, or maybe even already earlier in this game, for a play that he's going to draw up, almost sort of like the get your best opportunity type play. I'm not really sure what he's going to do, but this Jumbo's man down, they did kill off that last one. So
that is true. If I'm him, I worry that slowing down this game, doing anything, could just disrupt the momentum my team's got, having scored 4 in a row and kept the Jumbos off the score sheet for half a quarter now.
Yeah, agreed. And I do think, maybe momentum will be slowed. But in a man-up, man-down situation, usually start with about 3 or 4 passes, just kind of easy passes around. So it's not like they were, cut off a transition opportunity or anything like that. I think they really just want to hone in on this man-up opportunity and get the best shot possible. Maybe look for Sam Jean, who's been explosive out of the second midfield, now on this man-up unit, or Hazard on the crease. I mean, he's had a whole day on the crease today. It's been nuts.
Yeah, it's interesting here in this man-up. It looks as if it's the first midfield unit, with the exception of DJ Dixon, who seems to have been replaced by Sam Jean.
Yeah. And that might not be a knock on Dixon. Jean, we've seen, has pretty good stick skills in the middle of the field. So in terms of maybe having to catch a hot pass, he's the better guy.
Yeah, you wonder if it's that or if it's Coach Raba just trying to ride the hot hand right now.
Good point, yeah.
Robbins at the top. Swung wide here is Jean. Down behind the GLE. Giancola to Jean. Swung low. Jumbo's doing a good job preventing them from getting any sort of traction.
Gill's the feeder of this offense, so if there's going to be a skip pass, it's going to be by Gill.
Giancola with a shot wide.
Good close out there by Joey Waldbaum to alter that shot.
15 on the penalty. Jumbo's bench really making themselves heard here. Hazard for Gill. Swung wide.
They're going to get Robbins.
Robbins looks for the shot, doesn't take it. Gill, penalty's over. Shot here from Jean, great save Garzone. Behind the back from Hazard, and another good save from Garzone.
Wow. Hazard found himself with the rebound, almost. That BTB would have been on Sports Center.
Oh, yeah.
No one's picking up Gill. I'm confused here.
Yeah.
Gill's, he's not really like the type of guy that'll beat you for an open shot, but he's certainly looking to feed.
Gill gets around, though. Good feed down low for Hazard. And once again, the Jumbos give up an open shot, but a great save by Garzone.
That was a good look there for Sexton. Garzone goes to the ground. Garzone's really strong on the ground. Oh, the Jumbos can't clear it.
Yeah, that's another unforced error from the Jumbos.
Yeah, and they've been playing a lot of defense these last 2 or 3 minutes. Got to be tired. Garzone's bailed them out a few times And you look at a game where you've given up 10 goals. Usually, the goalie's not playing very well if that's for one half. But Riley, I would be hard pressed to say that Garzone isn't making some really good saves.
No, I think the story of this first half is that both goalies are playing great. It's just Hanley is playing insane.
Yeah, Hanley's playing insane, and I think the Cardinals are just getting way too many opportunities.
Yes, they look to get another one here. Way too much time for this Cardinals offense.
There's Robbins.
Robbins at the top, swings to Jankola.
Jumbo's in a zone now, actually. They switched to a zone. Something to take note of.
Gill
Jumbo.
top to Robbins. Robbins with a shot. Great save, Garzone.
All right. Good ground ball there by Michael Ayers. But the pass is just...
Great save there.
Ayers
by
is lucky.
Swank.
Lucky Swank was there because that pass was not good.
Boyd in here. Down low. Shot. Great save by Hanley.
Oh, Bradle just thought about it too much.
And
Oh!
then what is going on down there? There's going to
Yeah.
be a penalty there.
No. That's a penalty if anyone else on the field commits that type of hit. Because it's a goalie, I think the ref kind of subconsciously lets him off the hook there. Because that's just a clear not going for the ball. It's interference.
Yeah, but the Jumbos now will have an offensive opportunity, though it does look as if Mac Brittle's a little bit shaken up after that one.
Yeah, 24 seconds left in this half. Coach Dinolfo really needs to drop an automatic goal play here. I think you start the ball with Kelleher. I mean, that's my personal opinion. Started with Kelleher. He's got the most shake out of anyone in this Jumbo's roster. And maybe look for Swank or someone like that. Get these guys involved.
I would honestly wonder, though, you bring in Eddinghausen.
Interesting. Yeah. He
He's
could
got
definitely be a change of
bit of a
pace.
sniper that you use normally in the man-up situation, but knowing that it's very unlikely you're going to have to defend for the rest of this quarter,
Yeah.
do you bring him in?
No, because maybe. But the first midfield for the Jumbos, with Alf, Kelleher, and Tagliaferri is very strong. So it's hard to find a reason to put Enkaz in there. And he did have that turnover on the man up, so
Yeah.
I think you got to stick with your guns. Maybe throw someone like Christmas in there. I mean, he just provides such a different dimension to the offense with his size. But it looks like they're going to stay true to that first line, and it will be Kelleher starting out with the ball.
Yeah, I like that. I wonder if maybe they try and see if they can run it instead of through Kelleher, through Mac Bradle here.
Running
Running
either
Kelleher
option
from the X.
either option's pretty viable, But yeah, I don't know. I feel like Kelleher's just a little hotter today. Bradle's missed a few shots, but they'll get it to Bradle anyways. Wesleyan's still in this zone.
Yeah. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
That's a good point.
Kelleher down low, Bradle. 10-second shot,
Oh.
saved by Hanley.
The hot goalie prevails again. Bradle with
Just
another
launches
beautiful
it up.
look.
That one's going to be bounced around, and that'll be the first half. Halftime here at Bella, Wesleyan 10 and your Jumbos 6. Kyle, what are your thoughts on this first half?
There's a lot to work on for the Jumbos. If you're the Cardinals, you gotta love what's been going on. You've got a goaltender who's made a bunch of clutch saves, and you've got an offense that's generating quality looks almost every single possession. For the Jumbos, I think this all starts with physicality on defense. You shore that up, you make the middle of the field somewhere where the Cardinals cannot get to, and I guarantee you everything else will change. Transition will change, offense will change.
Yeah, well, we'll be back in about 10 minutes for the second half. See if the Jumbos can turn it around here on senior night. Stay tuned.
Are you listening to all of us? Yeah.
All right, I think I've started to figure this shit out.
Yeah, no, you're definitely seeing more confidence. First quarter was rough. Yeah. I think, in terms of, for you, just always getting, you have the names down. I think when you're able to get the names out, it's so good. Yeah. Very soft.
Underwater world, I'm gonna sing down under the water. Underwater world, I'm gonna sing and I'm gonna sing. Underwater world, I'm gonna sing down under the water. Underwater world, I'm gonna sing and I'm gonna sing. Underwater world, I'm gonna sing down under the water. Underwater world, I'm gonna sing and I'm gonna sing. Underwater world, I'm gonna sing down under the water. Underwater world, I'm gonna sing and I'm gonna sing. Underwater world, I'm gonna sing down under the water. Underwater world, I'm gonna sing and I'm gonna sing.
Jumbos and the 12th ranked Wesleyan Cardinals. Wesleyan out to a bit of a surprise lead here. Kyle, what do the Jumbos need to do to turn this game around?
I think they just need to get tougher on the ground balls and really shore up their defense and kind of just eliminate these defensive lapses they've had. Some of them are a little because of, under physicality and things like that, but they just really need to take a defensive approach to this second half, let the other things figure themselves out. Because the face-offs, for example, with Merrill have been doing pretty well as he gets that one for the Jumbos.
Kelleher gets knocked down, manages to get back up to his feet. Ground ball still on around.
See, you see all 6 Wesleyan players there for that ground ball, and they're going against 3 Jumbos. I mean, it's sort of I don't want to say it's a lack of hustle, but it's certainly some urgency we're seeing from the Cardinals.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you think about changes. Eimer's starting with the starting lineup in place of Swank, at least for this shift.
No, in place of Wallbaum.
Oh, in place of
Swank's on the offensive end.
Jumbo's having a little bit of trouble getting it over.
Good cut by Tagliaferri. That's a push the ball behind. Yep.
Yeah, refs, and there is the flag.
Tagliaferri's got it. He's got to be careful here. You can't just, draw a penalty and then commit one.
And he's getting ridden hard there.
A tough ground ball by Matt Lane.
Jumbo's looking to immediately cut into this Wesleyan lead.
Hey, they have the free possession here. Got to get a good shot. Don't waste it. Oh.
Great save there.
And they certainly got the good shot.
Some extracurriculars after the shot.
Yeah, that was a great look for Duke Alf, but Hanley starts off the second half just like he ended the first one, blazing hot. He's really following the ball fakes of these Tufts attackers with precision and ease, doing his job in cage. And as we've seen all season, a good goalie can really be a difference maker in terms of getting the dub against this Jumbo's team.
Jumbo's man-up unit will have a chance here.
Yep, it's Bronson.
Great shot from Swank, and he scores. What a snipe.
Yeah. I tell you what, early goal like that is definitely what the Jumbos needed. Swank, he's such a good shooter. Oh, my goodness. I mean, look at him. The liquid smoke, as they call it. Swank has been on a tear since replacing Kurt Brune at starting attack this season. And that's a huge goal for the Jumbos. Needed to get one by Hanley. Hanley seemed like a brick wall for the last 5 minutes or so.
And Merrill gets a clean win off the faceoff.
Yep.
Jumbo's
Love the
gonna
way
look
he's
to counter
been turning the ball upfield when he wins these faceoffs. Immediately getting into the offensive end, wasting no time.
Yeah. Boyden being forced. GLE.
Kaplan playing good defense on him for sure.
Mac Bradle coming out to the wing here. Alf. Kelleher getting forced back.
Wesleyan still in the zone. Didn't switch back from it.
Swank to Bradle. Bradle to Swank. Submarine shot blocked.
That's got to hurt. Yeah. Charlie Hoban's feeling that shot, but way to step in front of
Bradle to Alf on the X. Top to Kelleher. Kelleher, low shot, off the post. Bradle with the rebound. Saved by Hanley.
Oh, I know Bradle thought that he had Hanley, sort of in a bad position, but I just think you got to wait there. That's a really, really tough way to give the ball up, especially because, oh, man.
That's really interesting. Brownstein with a great clear and then just absolutely airmails that pass.
Well, his stick fell apart.
Oh, my God.
He didn't airmail it. You see his head is on the ground. Yeah. It happens from time to time in lacrosse. Got to expect the unexpected. With so much equipment, you never know when something's going to malfunction, as it did there.
Tagliaferri being ridden a little bit. Down low to Bradle.
Kostanov was clamoring about something.
Swank coming in. And now Kelleher coming in.
Jumbos need to settle here.
Kelleher, skip pass, goal! Mac Bradle.
Big goal for Mac Bradle. We don't usually say this, but Bradle was being shut down for most of the game up to this point. Him and Kelleher, such good chemistry. Bradle's really good off-ball. As much as we talk about what he does with the ball, he as an off-ball player is one of the best in the nation. He finally finishes one home on Hanley, who seems like he had been stonewalling all the one-on-one opportunities. That's a big goal. That's 2 in a row now for the Jumbos to start this half. Kostanov got to be happy there.
Yeah. Face off.
That's a grind.
Ground ball taken by Wesleyan. But a bad pass, and the Jumbos
looking to get that
one. And a great play
Joey
there.
Wallbaum. That's what they call in lacrosse a man ball opportunity. When you have the advantage for a ground ball,
Jumbo's
they're going to call interference. Oh, man.
I don't like that. I don't like that call at all.
I really don't. Because it looked like Waldbaum was just kind of creating space instead of really deliberately going after a guy. That's a questionable call here.
Yeah. First unit in for Wesleyan.
Yeah, we haven't seen them yet this half, so interesting to see now.
Spencer Robbins trying to drag out the defense.
Yeah, he's been a good facilitator so far today. He gets by Murtha.
And he gets held by Murtha. Jumbos get away with one there. And a skip shot from,
wow,
I believe that was Septon, yeah.
Sexton, yeah. Sorry.
What a shot.
Yeah, we haven't really, I know Sexton has scored today, but I haven't mentioned him that much. He's the team leader in points. And really just that's a very savvy veteran shot to get that off before the goalie's focused in on you. I mean, Riley, speak for myself here, but I certainly wasn't expecting such a quick release.
No, I was not either.
Just kind of caught Garzone off.
Merrill with a good, clean face-off win. Iman, though, loses it, manages to regain possession.
Imer's deceptively fast. As the tough second midfield's coming in now. Here's Salton. Just takes one. It takes one of these guys to step up who doesn't usually step up to really, change this game and give some momentum.
Looks for the skip pass, wasn't there. Forced off it nicely is Boyden.
Oh,
Christmas just missed that.
That was good defense by Bronstein on Boyden, but Boyden's so creative that you really can't give him that much time to find a feed. Christmas almost finished that BTB. Salton, good time to dodge. Finds Boyden.
Good save there from Boyden. That pass a little behind him. Yeah. Salton. To Bradle on the X.
Bradle loves operating.
No look pass. Boyden with a shot. Great save, Hanley.
Directly to Hanley's stick. Directly to his stick. Boyden has to change planes there to beat a hot goalie like that.
And a quick transition. Wesleyan has numbers if they decide to take advantage.
I think they'll slow it down.
And it'll be control. Giancola's going to slow it down here. Has Dixon coming in fast. Jumbos do a good job forcing him GTE. Wesleyan complaining about something or another.
Let's see. As Garrett Kurtz is just running off the field, unsure as to what'd you see there?
I saw it looked as if there was some contact, but it looked incidental to me, and now they're gonna give the flag.
Wow.
I really dislike that.
Well, I dislike it because it comes after lobbying from one team's coaching.
If you're gonna call it then.
Yeah,
don't call it after getting badgered for 30 seconds.
Totally agree there. Some weakness on the part of the referees a little bit, and either way, Jumbos don't have time to complain because they really need to stop here. It seems like nothing's falling their way, but sometimes you just have to create your own luck.
Yeah, absolutely. And the Jumbos bench rightly upset about that. They're making the point that if you want to make that call, but don't make it because Wesleyan asked for it.
Well, what can't happen is, a lapse in energy because you're upset or anything like that. If anything, you just have to push even harder.
Absolutely. Here is Wesleyan behind the net. That's Matt Gill. Gene with a pass behind, and then a push the other way.
Yeah. Sexton kind of leveled him when he wasn't looking. That is, in terms of loose ball play, something that blatant will always get called.
Yep.
But a big clear here for the Jumbos. Pretty ferocious ride so far by the Cardinals.
Jumbos seem content here to just ride out the rest of this penalty before clearing
They need to get it over that line, though, and they cannot do it.
But there is a penalty marker on the field.
Let's see what the call is here.
And it's a minute penalty on Sexton for the cross-check. So a big momentum shift chance here for the Jumbos.
Hey, that was great man-down defense from the Jumbos. They got rewarded with a man-up opportunity. And on the last one, we saw Enninghausen turn it over. I think for the Jumbos, that sort of relaxed ball carrying has to be eliminated from the mindset.
I agree. Bradle. to Swank. Swank looks for the shot high.
Yeah. You can watch just one half of this Jumbo's team, and you know Swank is not afraid to shoot.
Well, I don't think there are many on this Jumbo team that are afraid to shoot.
That is another good point.
Low shot, great save by Hanley. Jumbo's quickly up on the ride.
Oh, Bronstein runs over Jack Boyden. Wow.
A great clear there for Wesleyan.
Hey, I've said in the first half, Bronstein really just sort of a spark plug for this team in the defensive midfield.
Hazard just doing a good job running out the clock on this man down.
Yeah. Jumbo's looking to get a double team. They might be able to. They've got Devin O'Sullivan. Yep, great double team. Great check from Matt Lane.
And the Jumbos are going to get that one. It's a great layout there.
And you can hear this sideline. That was an absolutely huge momentum-making save. Or, sorry, ground ball. As Joe Murtha draws a delay of game penalty, it was Justin Hazard not giving him the 5 yards off the restart.
Great feed, backdoor Swank with the shot, scores!
And things are heating up here in Medford. The Jumbos gained some momentum from finally some tough ground ball play.
And you can hear the pitch through the mic as they are loving it.
Joe Murtha with the crafty drawing of the delay of game penalty that will be wiped off. But nevertheless, that's the type of energy we've been looking for all game. And it did start with defensive toughness, as we know. Can't understate just how important of a check that was from Matt Lane on the double team. He sold out. Looked like a madman diving for it, but now the
Merrill keeps the momentum with a clean face-off win. And a shot, scores! How about that for Parker Merrill?
Very, very impressive play. Make it take Lacrosse at its finest. Go down, score a goal. Your best player on the field right now is Parker Merrill, who's controlling the faceoff X and shooting with more and more confidence every week. He scored against Bates last game. Parker Merrill just proving time and time again just how valuable he is to this team. Only a freshman playing with the poise of a senior on senior day. And it's now 11-10.
And
it's a violation on Campbell.
And they're going to leave Merrill in, let him go up on the attack again.
They shouldn't. I don't know why they
Kelleher scores! We are even here at Bello.
Wow. When it rains, it pours, I guess.
That is 3 goals in 10 seconds for the Jumbos.
You know, the story of the game has been Colin Hanley so far, just shutting down the Jumbos. But finally, Tufts gets some momentum. Their most impressive goal run of the season. Yes, I'll say it. And that leaves them knotted at 11. Coach Sinolfo finally getting messages through to his team. Just a huge, huge run.
Yeah, you knew a run was coming. You just didn't think it would be like that.
No, and you know, if this is your first time watching the Tufts Jumbos this season, get used to that type of fun fanfare that you can get on offense, whether it be Kelleher, Parker Merrill stepping up, or who scored that goal, the 9th goal. Doesn't matter. It was great team play. Started by Murtha on the fast break. And it is senior day, and senior Camden Kelleher recently stepping up for the Jumbos. He's got 2 goals, 3 assists on this game. Just had a beautiful, kind of his patented move, the 2-step shake, bury that bottom corner. He did it there. He can do it with both hands. And yet another key face-off where the Cardinals have just been bleeding and where this run has really got its legs at the face-off X of Parker Merrill.
And he wins another one.
Good defense, though. He got wrecked.
Ground ball being fought for.
It's Brownstein. Picks it up, falls.
And that one is won nicely there.
That's a heads-up play by Jack Boyden.
Absolutely. Swank skip pass. Deflected. Brittle will let that run. Down low for Boyden. Brittle. Skip past Kelleher. Down low, nice feed. And a great slam on off by Hanley.
God. Great is an understatement, Riley. That was one of the better saves I've ever seen. Duke Alf had all the time in the world to hit 2 fakes, but Hanley just stayed strong. And we're talking a lot about the Jumbos and kind of their momentum right now, but if Wesleyan wants to, stop that and build up a run of their own, it's going to start with Hanley, who's been the difference maker all game.
Jumbo's trying to double team, can't get it done, and Hazard now going to run. He'll play it to Gill on the X.
If I'm Coach Raba, I'm definitely telling my offense to slow it down a little bit, get a solid possession. You've been playing a lot of defense the last 3 minutes.
Yeah, absolutely. Giancola and Robbins playing back and forth a little bit. Dixon now.
I think they'll probably initiate with Robbins.
Giancola looking for someone, not getting much. Jumbo's zone doing a good job here.
Yeah, Wesleyan looks a little confused. They're not having much off-ball movement either.
10 on the shot clock here for Wesleyan. Robbins to the X. And Hazard with a goal.
Wow. Just when you think you've played, one of your best defensive possessions of this third quarter, playmakers make plays. Justin Hazard with an absolutely critical goal to stop the Jumbos' run. Just really...
Yeah, that was a great play by Hazard. He did that little fake pass, just froze the defense for an extra half second.
And really just driving towards the middle of the field, unafraid to get hit, unafraid to take the punishment, and earns a great goal there for the Cardinals.
Merrill with another face-off win for the Jumbos.
I'll tell you what, if Parker Merrill wasn't dominating the way he has in this game, I think the scoreline looks a lot different.
Absolutely. Mac Brittle with a nice dodge.
Beats Collins easy there.
Looking for and finding Kelleher. Swung wide to Bradle.
Yeah, Bradle's going to want to take advantage of that short
pass
stick.
Off, score.
Yep, just as I say it, Bradle sees he's got all the time in the world to take a dodge. Short stick's ready to guard him, and Duke Alf with a clever cut on the crease. Alf is not going to be denied on the doorstep 2 times in a row. Wisely, instead of choosing to fake around, just shoots it with speed and a quick release. 12-12. Riley, this was such a treat of a game.
Oh, yeah.
I know. This is, some of the better lacrosse you will see on a beautiful Saturday here in Medford, Massachusetts. And a big face-off.
Parker Merrill once again on the dot. And another violation on Wesleyan. That's the 5th time today.
That was Julian Barba, his first face-off of the game. Interesting move by Coach Raba. I guess he's trying to change the tide somehow, but throwing in a guy who's been cold all day is just probably not going to do it.
Boyden. Pass to Bradle. Everyone thought that was a shot, except the Jumbos.
Yeah.
As Kelleher gets the no-look pass from Bradle. And the Jumbos take their first lead in over a half an hour.
Wow. Just a crazy play. Depends on who you ask. That may have been a shot by Boyden. I think it was a shot that Bradle was just in the right place at the right time to recover. Kelleher is one of the most heads-up players on this team. He didn't hesitate for a second, found himself wide open on the crease. Huge assist from Mac Bradle.
Jumbo switching up here on the dot. That'll be Aiden Hesse in on the face-off.
Yep, Hesse the senior. Can't win it, though. I guess, Merrill probably needed a break. He's been really grinding all game. There's Brownstein now.
Wesleyan, Giancola, now Robbins. It's been this first midfield unit that's really dominated the game for Wesleyan, and they need them to step up right now.
Yeah, I don't even think we've seen the second line in this second half yet. It's really been guys like Spencer Robbins and Giancola initiating offense and burying big shots.
Hazard. Great feed there from Sexton. Giancola now. Robbins. Jumbo's doing a good job keeping them to the perimeter.
Yep. Yeah, the Jumbo zone has looked really good, and they've been a lot tougher in this zone.
Shot wide there from Giancola. That had some heat behind it.
You know, that missed by maybe 2 or 3 inches. Almost pinged that top right corner.
Hazard on the X. Jumbo's with a good 50 seconds here on this defensive possession. Robbins pass, intercepted.
Edelman intercepted it, but the Cardinals get to keep that. Really heads-up check there. I believe it was Sexton who dislodged the ball.
They get a shot clock reset, which is huge.
Yeah, you definitely don't want your defense running around for at max 80 seconds. So
Giancola at the top. Robbins looking for a shot. He'll take one, but skies that thing.
Yeah, that had about a 2% chance of going in from when he released it.
That might be a little overstating it.
Yeah, that's what they call a possession shot in lacrosse.
Robbins coming down low now. Look for the skip out. Wasn't there. Instead plays Giancola. Dixon down low.
Gill, we haven't said Gill's name much this quarter.
No, he was a real primary contributor in the first half.
Yeah.
Hasn't seen the ball at all in this quarter.
Oh, he'll get it. Now
Here
that
he
we've
gets it
mentioned
on the wing.
Yeah.
To the X now, being ridden well.
Yeah, it's wall bomb in back on D.
Extra pass, shot from Hazard, scores. What an elevator shot from Hazard.
Patient offense from the Cardinals. Impressive the way they moved the ball around and were able to keep that ball. Really good feed there from Sexton. And Hazard, I mean, we've called his name a bunch today. He's really just kind of proved himself as the primary scorer of this team. He came into the game, being the Cardinals' leading goal scorer, showing just how critical of a finisher he is. Another big face-off. Merrill thought he had it.
Yeah.
I tell you what, Kevin Talbot, the backup Fogo sophomore for the Cardinals, has kind of created some momentum on the face-offs. Tyler Campbell's getting beat like a drum by Merrill.
And here we see for the first time this quarter the second midfield unit from Wesleyan, giving their first unit a little bit of a rest here.
Yeah, and something to keep note, it's the second defensive midfielders as well for the Jumbos. Drew Guida, the converted attackman, getting more and more playing time as the season goes on. Coaches like to see what he's been doing.
And a sloppy pass from that second midfield unit is an unforced error by the Cardinals.
Maybe there's a reason they haven't been on the field. Either way, they have been productive. I don't want to dog them too much. Here's Guida now.
See if the Jumbo second unit can get something here.
Yeah, let's see Cole Salton, maybe Kevin Christmas get something going. We haven't said Garrett Curtis' name much, but he's about to come on the field.
Down low for Boyden. Here is Kurtz. Bradle at the top now.
He's dodging Collins. Collins are best
pass
cover
down
guy.
low. Looked as if Shank was hit.
Yeah,
bouncing around.
Whew.
Jumbo's got away with one there.
But good ride.
Ground ball there.
This is a bloodbath.
Ball bouncing free in the crease, and eventually Hanley comes up with it somehow.
Somehow, some way.
And now Wesleyan has a 2v2 here in the attack zone. Great feed to Hazard, but a great defensive stop by the Jumbos.
Yeah, Waldbaum got his stick in there when he needed to. I thought Hazard was running for a 1-on-0, but intelligent play. And after a lot of chaos,
poor clear from the Jumbos. Sexton, feed to Hazard. Hazard looking for the shot. Great save, bouncing around, and somehow they keep it out.
Garzone with a clutch save. Hazard has his number all day.
Another
the Jumbos just cannot
clear.
They really got to slow it down. I mean, this is very uncharacteristic of a team that is, clears pretty well. Really uncharacteristic, and they're doing it at a really poor time.
Giancola here to Dixon. 15 to go in the quarter. Dixon past Sexton, shot. Blocked by the Jumbos.
That's Joe Murtha, tough kid. 10 seconds.
Looks as if the Jumbos are just going to ride out this quarter.
Oh, no.
And
they're
then a trip
pushing.
behind. Where is the flag there? And through 3 quarters here at Bella, we are all square at 13. One showdown of a quarter to go.
And that is right. It seems like every 5 minutes is its own battle. All the runs that we've seen, the Jumbos got off to a great run to start that quarter. But got to say the Cardinals came back with some clutch shooting. Hazard has really been lighting it up. Some good plays from Sexton creating offense. So it's really just been such a pleasure of a game to watch. I'm happy to be here. We both are.
Absolutely. Nowhere better to be than on a sunny Bellow Field on a absolutely gorgeous April day.
Yeah. Finally, the weather's getting really nice and warm. This is NESCAC lacrosse weather at its finest.
Absolutely. Nothing like NESCAC lacrosse. Nothing like Jumbo's lacrosse. And nothing like one quarter winner take all lacrosse.
Very cliche, but scores essentially 0-0 right now. Jumbos really have to wash everything that's happened in this whole game. It's been pretty emotional. It's senior day. They really need to wash that away. Come into this quarter attacking like the way they attacked after that after halftime. Excuse me. Because that type of energy was just so contagious. You could see it on the bench. You could see it even in the crowd. So Jumbo's really got to come out with energy. Wesleyan, I don't want to say that their energy died a little bit, but certainly Hanley wasn't able to keep up with all the offensive opportunities and chances they were making. Hanley's still playing great, though, in net for the Cardinals.
Yeah, you're talking about energy, and I think for the Jumbos, energy starts with the man in the face-off circle, number 22, Parker Merrill. He was winning face-offs convincingly in that run. And when Wesleyan brought a little bit of momentum back, he was struggling a little bit more. If he can keep winning them cleanly, Jumbos will keep putting the ball in the back of the net.
For sure. That's just a good ground ball scrum. Yeah, it's going to be Jumbo's ball.
And Merrill's going to go up with the attackman here.
Camphausen with some good defense. Wow, we haven't said his name much, but a huge caused turnover. And just as the Jumbos thought they had possession, they are now on the D end.
Hazard for Sexton. John Cola going to slow it up here. Camphausen out. Spencer Robbins will come in.
Looks like the Jumbos are going to stick to this zone that they implemented in the third quarter. Seems to be doing well.
To the top here. That's Dixon. Swung down low. Back to Robbins.
Yeah. Wesleyan's doing this kind of curl play where they send a guy on the crease, have him curl up behind the ball carrier's movement. It's very common against zones. They're trying to create space on the back side.
Yeah, the Jumbo's doing a good job, though, not letting them get that space in the middle they were finding in the first half.
Yeah, certainly. A totally different defensive approach. With the zone, it's a lot easier to collapse in on the middle, like they just did there.
Absolutely. You said it.
Yep, Edelman with a clutch GB. Kyle Edelman, probably one of the better defenders in the NESCAC. Good player.
Jumbo's got 5 to get it over here. Garzon looking for help. And they just get it over.
Cool, calm, and collected.
Kelleher once again gets knocked down. And Giancola gets called for the push on that GB.
Wow, hey, that's a physical play.
And quickly taken here by Duke Elf with a shot, scores!
Riley, I've said it a million times. Today's senior day, and the seniors need to step up. Who else but Duke Elf didn't play last season with the COVID year, has returned for his senior year at Tufts, and really just been on a tear. He scored in every single game this year. He's really just a calming, constant presence on this offense. Left-hand dominant, not afraid to take it to the net, very intelligent when he attacks, showing it there. What a big goal. The first of this fourth quarter.
Yep. And Parker Merrill wins another face-off.
He is really playing make it, take it. But
then,
you know, the bad passes that he's been avoiding today, he almost made another turnover. Good heads-up play by Edelman.
Yeah,
the
absolutely.
Jumbos. Back on the offensive end. Let's see if they can wear down this Wesleyan defense with possession.
Mac Bradle.
Got to say, Collins has been doing a pretty good one-on-one job on Bradle.
Kelleher to his right.
And we know how dangerous Kelleher is. As Matt Lane calls for the sideline to keep that energy up.
To Duke Alf on the X. Bradle now. Spin move. Gets doubled. Manages to keep it. Pass. Great finish. What a goal from Camden Kelleher.
Kelleher very calmly operates through the middle of that field. Bradle with a great pass. Maybe won't get credited with the assist because Kelleher moved around so much, but either way, Mac Bradle finds his man open. Kelleher with the wherewithal just to remain calm. Jumbo's getting on another run. This is quite the start of the quarter they needed.
Yeah, and for the first time today, the Jumbos have a multi-goal lead.
Yeah, something we don't say usually in the fourth quarter.
Parker Merrill with another face-off win. He's going to look to turn this into attack. Shot just wide there by Boyman.
Those types of shots, like the one that Boyden just took, are really, they're either going to hit top corner or miss the cage because you can't risk a deep shot getting saved. So, Boyden trying to do
Boyden
his best.
behind the back pass off the frame from Swank. That would have been something to see.
Tell me it doesn't look like these Jumbo's attackers are getting comfortable.
Oh, yeah. Tagliaferri on it now.
We haven't called his name much today. But
spin move.
He's a very athletic, dynamic player. He can
Duke Alf.
create opportunities for himself.
Bradle behind the net. Swank here at the top. Tagliaferri being doubled. Bradle.
Jumbo's being patient, just moving the zone around. Here's Garrett Kurtz, the lefty.
Kurtz getting a little bit of time here with the first unit.
Yeah, probably just mixing it up, fatigue, whatnot.
Boyden with a nice spin move. Great pass, goal! Duke Alf in midair puts that one in the back of the net.
Yep, they call him the Do-Man. They call him Agile Alf. I call him amazing because he's really starting to take over. Duke Alf, the senior, he understands how much this game means. Just to the Jumbos and, chances of hosting an SCAC playoff game, things like that are so important. That's Alf's third goal of the day. This first midfield really starting to settle in.
And Parker Merrill, another clean face-off win.
The fact that
Boyden behind the back.
Now that
Mac
Jumbos
Bradle
are
trying to just
settled.
hide the fact that he has the ball here.
The fact that Coach Reba has not put a long stick on the face-off is really a coaching error. It's a mistake. Your short sticks are getting beat 5 out of 6 times.
Great feed there to Boyden.
They need to change something up. That's bad coaching.
Bradle. Down low, Alf, that was Christmas who almost turned that on frame.
Yeah, Christmas's release point on there was probably around 10 feet in the air. Just such an X factor that you can have on offense.
Camden Kelleher to Bradle. Duke Alf now on the X. He had Christmas, missed him.
Alf playing at X, he's really just, he's a former attackman, so he's comfortable anywhere in this offense.
Mac Bradle to the top, shot by Swank. Great save by Hanley.
It was Kelleher on the shot. Hanley with a good save. But I see why you could think that was Swank, the same sort of like 3/4 release with heat too.
Kelleher swings it wide here. This will be Duke Alf. Now Mac Bradle. Great feed. Kelleher gets hit, and Jumbos will keep that.
Yeah, Bradle's been. I guess you're gonna call it in the crease. But Riley, I was gonna say Bradle's been pretty successful in this quarter, finding guys open on the crease.
Yeah.
They're really just being patient, making good cuts.
Jumbos with a good ride here.
Oh,
nearly picked that off. And now they're going to get penalized. Pass down low. Jumbo's going to knock that away. That's Matt Lane doing a good job there, but they will go man down here.
Let's see what the penalty is. Yeah, Coach D'Olfo telling the referee, you haven't called that all day. Why now? And in terms of the scale of this penalty, the Wesleyan Cardinals have pretty much lost all momentum to the Jumbos, who have been the aggressor in the second half. This is a man-up opportunity for them to claw back in this game, get it to 2 goals, and kind of take control. Cannot understate just how important this sequence is.
Yeah, this is But on the other hand, this is basically must-score territory for Wesleyan because they will have nothing.
Getting to must-score territory.
I think for momentum reasons, it is must-score.
Yeah, for momentum.
Robbins with a shot, just wide.
9 minutes is quite a long time. So, and just the way we've seen these offenses play today, they can score. Wesleyan can score 3 quickly, but certainly Coach Rabo would like to see some success here.
Swung wide. Sexton.
Sexton's the leader of this offense. Look for him to create a play.
John Cola now. Missed it. Jumbo's back to even strength.
That was heat. Would hate to be a passerby behind the net.
Hazard down low. Another one. The Jumbos cannot keep letting him get in that spot.
Hazard took it down low and went up like the Tower of Terror at Disney World. The type of movement on that elevator. My goodness. Hazard is a really impressive finisher to watch. I haven't seen someone so calm and so effective in changing planes against this Jumbos defense almost all season. He's keeping the Cardinals in this game, and yet again, another huge face-off, and I don't know why Coach Raba hasn't put the poll on. Well, I will eat my words.
Jumbos get that after a couple of bounces.
Wall bump.
Now another ground ball.
It's up. Merrill's got to pick that up. Oh.
And a turnover
huge ground
there.
ball by Ben Kaplan.
It's only the second time we've said his name. The first time was for that giant hit in the first half.
Hey, he's been pretty solid. That play obviously being his biggest of the game, but we know how important the ground balls have been towards whatever team has been in control has been getting the ground balls.
Yeah.
So.
As a defender, if your name isn't called, you're doing something right.
Yep.
Swung wide here. Sexton to the top. Robbins.
John Cola not afraid to shoot from up top.
Pass down low.
Wow.
Oh, that went through the stick of Hazard.
Woo. It's almost like Hazard wasn't expecting that. Gill.
That was
not
a
sure
great
what the call is.
I think they got a trip on the Jumbos behind the play.
Man, that is a tough call to make away from the play. But returning back to that, it's just a dirty pass from Gill. Kind of the jump pass frees the defense. Nevertheless, Cardinals will have the ball with 70 seconds on the shot clock.
Hazard again. Sexton, skip pass. Jumbo's doing a good job keeping them away. John Cola down low with the skip pass.
Watch Gill looking for feeders.
Swung to Robbins. He looks for Hazard. Jumbo's not letting that happen again. Shot wide there from Gill.
Yep, it almost looked like they were getting a little tired of playing catch. They had to get a shot off at some point.
Hazard. Swung to the top here, John Cola. Dixon. Pass a little high for Robbins.
Good control by Robbins. Edelman was harassing him.
Hazard again on the X. Robbins has an angle, decides not to take it. Being forced out nicely. Jump shot. Great block
save
there
by Garzone. We haven't called Connor Garzone's name that much. That may just be his best save of the day.
Oh, and then a poor decision by Garzone.
I mean, talk about just a horrible habit. Jumbo's turning the ball over on clears way too easily.
And they are going to go a man down again in a second. Wesley's going to take advantage of this free opportunity here. Shot there from Sexton, blocked.
So they'll stay with the free play. But Riley, just to track back a little bit, it seems like Garzone, after making big saves, we just haven't been able to clear. Something that cannot be common.
Giancola's wide, and the Jumbos will now go man down.
Another big man down sequence for the Jumbos. Wesleyan, as Coach Dinolfo, very upset with the refereeing.
Jumbo's going to be down for a minute here.
Who's that one on?
I could not see.
Is it Ayers? Could be Ayers.
That one is against Ayers, yes.
Yeah. So it'll be Lane McCarty subbing in on the man down. McCarty's a junior long stick midfielder. Hasn't gotten in today, but I know Coach Dinolfo and Coach Toomey have some trust in him. He is in a critical position right now. Tough spot of the game to get your first minutes, but he needs to step up. He'll be dealing with Hazard mostly. the one who can really bury it.
Absolutely. Gill behind the net. Swung Sexton.
There's Gene. Haven't seen Gene in a while.
Gene. Down low to Sexton. Back to Gene. Taz in looking
Hey!
for Hazard.
And guess who? Lane McCarty with the deflection.
That's a big play. Matt Lane falls down though.
Huge ground ball by Sexton. Oh.
They
Wow.
had him. Absolutely
Wow.
wide open
You-
was Matt Gill.
I was about to say, you couldn't be more open than Gill was. Sometimes, though, it seems like when these Wesleyan players are open on the crease, they're almost not ready for such a tight feed, and Sexton just goes by. There's Lane McCarty.
Interesting decision making here for our Wesleyans. They did not really ride the Jumbos much.
Yeah, well, when you have that extra man, you have a free double team.
Exactly.
Really questionable play there, but Jumbos will be able to run this penalty out.
Yeah, and they can turn this man down into a free attack chance here.
Yeah, that was good defensive sequence. Granted, the Cardinals missed on an open opportunity.
Kelleher, shot blocked.
Good defense by
Matt
Collins.
Bradle picks it up.
Nolan Collins has been playing pretty aggressively, causing turnovers, but Bradle able to get that ground ball.
Down
Woo!
low.
What a
Good
handle
save
by
there
Alf.
by Alf. And whistle
Yeah,
blows,
timeout.
timeout Jumbos.
Wow.
Buckle in, folks. This one's going to go down to the wire.
Yeah. 5 minutes left. Jumbos are up by 2. Wesleyan is pressing at the door, looking for any opportunity to get it. Jumbos have certainly made this a tale of two halves. Really looked dejected and without energy in that first half, but since then have scored 10 goals in the first 25 minutes of the second half. Now it's up to the last 5 to see what they can do.
Yeah.
Jumbos really love these sort of situational scenarios that they practice every day before games. So this is certainly something they're not unfamiliar to.
I would argue even more than their offensive outburst, the defense in the
Yes.
second half. Wesleyan put up 10 in the first half. They put up 4 in the first 25 minutes of the second half.
Yeah.
The Jumbos have put on the clamps.
That's a great point there, Riley, because Garzone has been much more solid in net. Not sure if I wouldn't say they've been clearing better. They certainly haven't, but they've been more physical, and when it comes to ground balls in their defensive end, been better.
Yeah, and I think also it's the scheme change from the man
Yes.
defense to the zone, which
Yes.
Wesleyan seems to have not been able to figure out.
You're completely correct there. Hard to forget that. But the jumbo zone has been very effective, and they're almost copying. It's a pretty identical zone to what the Cardinals are running, so interesting stuff.
We'll see what the Jumbos can do against this Wesleyan zone here. Down low to Alf. Bradle.
The band is playing the final countdown. How appropriate.
Boyden. Swank with the shot low. Jumbo's going to win that run out. Duke Alpha bring it back in. 17 on the shot clock. Kelleher. Goes left. Gets around a pick here. Shot. Wasn't sure. Actually, that looked like a pass.
Yeah, I think it was a pass. A hard pass, but nevertheless, Jumbos get a decent amount of time to set up into their ride. That's something you don't really notice, but now that they are in position, can put a lot more pressure on the Cardinals clearing.
You say that, but they don't seem to be doing it.
They don't.
Well,
but here's the thing. They've got long pull on long pull right now. See exactly. Eimert.
And a turnover
Riley,
by
I told
Wesleyan.
you. They had something up their sleeve. What a great ride from the Jumbos. Very strategic. Eimer with the caused turnover.
Yeah, if you're the Jumbos right now, you just can't do the same thing back.
No.
Got to get it over. Got to get the clear.
100%.
And they do.
Sam Sturham. Good ball control there. Unsung hero of this defensive midfield.
Mac Bradle. With the shot just
The
wide.
outside shot. Quite an ambitious effort from Bradle.
Swank with the restart. Kelleher. Behind the net for the Jumbos. That is Mac Bradle.
Yep, Bradle's got him hung up. It's Nick Rohde on that bottom left spot. He's pretty damn big.
Tagliaferri. Boyden, nice pass. Kelleher slipped. Looked like he was going to shoot there. Tagliaferri, extra pass. Swank with a shot deflected. Good job by Alf to avoid that ball touching him.
Jumbos, even if it touched him, I don't think it would have mattered. Jumbos have 20 seconds now. Come on.
Alf with 15 behind the net.
Oh,
Turnover
great
there.
interception by Collins.
Wesleyan looking to clear quickly, and they are going to.
That was a really strong defensive possession for the Cardinals, and they pushed transition enough to catch Swank in on Dave, only for a little bit, though, as they're going to get their man
Here is
on.
Gill. Wesleyan bringing in their first midfield line here. Looking for a goal. We are now.
Oh, wow. Coach Reba able to get that timeout off. I'm not sure if Gill actually had possession. Doesn't matter. Cardinals get a really key timeout, and we'll have a chance to draw up a play to put this within one.
Yeah. And this, I said it earlier that they needed it for momentum reasons. This is the point where you need it for time reasons.
Yeah.
This is must-score time for Wesleyan.
Yeah, 100%. You know, we were talking earlier saying, oh, you know, three-goal deficit with over 5 minutes left is anybody's game. But as we start to creep into that 2 minutes, when you're only getting one or two more iterations of the shot clock if the other team's holding it, it gets harder and harder to claw back, especially the way that Tufts has been facing off.
Right.
You know, the Cardinals really need every possession they can get, considering just how much trouble they've had.
Yeah, speaking of that, it's been a while since we've seen a goal.
Yeah, it has. Yeah.
Parker Merrill is getting
He's getting his legs rested.
Yeah.
Kid's been grinding today.
I think speaking of legs rested, though, if you're the Jumbos, you have to love the fact that Wesleyan is taking a timeout here just so that you can keep your first line midfielders fresh and ready for the next time the ball comes across midfield.
Yep. This must be mentioned in the broadcast. This is an all-time jersey combo matchup. Jumbo's wearing some pretty sweet chrome lids. Just had to point that out. Back to serious stuff.
Hazard to Robbins. At the top, Giancola. Robbins, nice feed. Sexton. Giancola on his left, swings it to Robbins. Has Dixon, finds him. Giancola down low, intercepted.
The freshman Michael Ayers stepping up huge to cause that turnover. He's got to be safe with the ball here.
Great spin move, and now the Jumbos have numbers. Extra pass, Bradle, score! Oh, what a save.
He does not score. Hanley continues his great play. We haven't said his name in a while, and he creates transition for the Cardinals now. As Gill's going to attack the middle of the field, but just more strong defense from Michael Ayers.
Jumbos pick up that ground ball.
Michael Ayers just showing why, as a freshman, he is one of the best starters on this Jumbos defense. Coach Donalfo and Coach Toomey have a talent for 4 years with this kid.
Absolutely. And now the Jumbos can be content here to just ride out this shot clock. They do not even need to think about taking a shot for at least another 30 seconds.
They don't. But they love to play fast.
Duke Alf will shoot anyway.
Fast.
And
Duke
that
Alf
might just be the goal that puts away this one here on Senior Day.
It maybe is. I don't want to jinx anything. Alf's fourth of the day. He has stepped up as a senior on Senior Day. You know, we know what Mac Bradle, what Camden Kelleher, and what Jack Boyden can do. But to see guys like Duke Alf just becoming leaders and absolutely clutch at this point of the game is impressive. And it's something when you are looking further down the season that's very encouraging.
Face-off won by Campbell for Wesleyan. Hazard, great behind the back feed, shot by Sexton just wide.
Yeah, interesting kind of feed there from Hazard. And a great face-off by Campbell. Props to him for not, going internal, getting too dejected. That was a big face-off win.
Yeah, it was a must-win face-off for the Cardinals.
The Cardinals have no time to really pass the ball around. They got to attack this zone right now. As you can see,
Robbins.
Del Cristo really forcing the Dodger to the middle of the field.
Gene looking for a shot. Robbins. Under a minute to go here at Bello. Jumbo's just keeping them to the perimeter, knowing the clock's ticking. And an interception.
Matt Lane, another senior stepping up. Matt Lane, I think he's really been resemblant of the difference on ground balls that the Jumbos have made defensively this half.
Sexton with a shot saved by Garzone.
Oh, man.
Connor Garzone, when they needed him, he stepped up.
Yep. You know, you could give out 1 million game balls for the performances on this Tufts
And
team.
the Jumbos will get the clear, and they will get the win here at Bello on senior night.
That is a gutsy win by the Jumbos. That is a gutsy coaching performance from Coach Donalfo and Coach Toomey. All in all.
Timeout by the Jumbos so they can put all the seniors on the field. It is celebration time here at Bello as the Jumbos take down Wesleyan.
I don't like to say this very often, but in terms of a statement win, you know, Wesleyan, they're not ranked in the top 10. Okay, this isn't, you know, the sort of team you're going to see on Memorial Day weekend in the championship. But for the Jumbos to go against a ranked team, a conference team, and come from behind, what we've seen when they get down in big games like the Middlebury game and like the Union game, they can't claw from behind. Just the guts on this team, some of the performances from the seniors like Murtha, Matt Lane on defense, Duke Alf, like we talked about a lot on offense. Just everyone contributing, and the energy we've seen from this team all second half is championship energy. That's what they call May energy, senior urgency. Very encouraging. What a win for the Jumbos. What a pleasure to watch this game.
Oh, absolutely. And you could tell this was a Jumbo team that wanted to make sure this was not their last home game.
Yes, they did. 100% did. And some seniors getting on the field now because it is senior day. It's Xander Keogh in on defense, number 88. Larson Tolo in on defense as well, number 4. Tolo's
Jumbo's
first game
just gonna
action
run
of the year.
out the clock here. Tagliafieri going to do that. Final score here at Bello, Wesleyan 14 and your Jumbo 17.
Please stay tuned for a post-game interview. We're going to try to get Matt Lane of the defense. I think he's really resemblant of the performance today. So thank you for being with us. Riley, this was a treat, man.
Yeah, it was an absolute pleasure. Stay tuned. We'll be back in a couple minutes with an interview.
I'm going to grab Matt Lane. Thank you. Way to work with you, man. I think we kind of got through it a little bit at the beginning, but good job. Good job.
until what a world. I'm gonna sing down under the water, until what a world. I'm gonna sing and I'm gonna sing. Until what a world, I'm gonna sing down under the water. Until what a world, I'm gonna sing and I'm gonna sing. Until what a world, I'm gonna